Hello, welcome back to Stars in the Dark. We're hopefully Kai will show up here in a few minutes, but we're getting started without them because that's how we're doing things today. Uh, so I'm not going to. We have some catching up from last session to do. I'm going to wait with that until Kai is here. We talked last session, or I did, about getting some more character scenes in. So I would like to do that now. I'm going to start with Bridge. Do you have a scene you want to do with one of the other characters, or both of them, or some NPCs or something?
Oh, what a fine question. Just jump in feet first. Let's see if I left myself any notes from wishes to things I wanted to do. No, no, that was not helpful for this. Okay. Let's see. Are we in downtime officially?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did downtime actions last session, but we're still in downtime. We will have a opportunity to do information gathering info and that sort of thing for the new job once to have that. But
Okay.
I'll wait with that a little.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I did gigging and went to Kavi to start the project, right? Isn't that what I
yeah,
did? Yeah, cool. So this is just a straight up not downtime scene that's just PC to PC.
just some RP. Um,
Yes.
I'm going to pitch you on something
Oh, please.
uh, because you had a run in with Captain Tebs last session. She wrote you up for speeding or whatever it was. You got stopped on the highway by Mola Tebs, the captain from the
Mm-hmm.
garrison. Um, would you like to have like a more relaxed scene with her, maybe?
My rival? A more relaxed
Yeah,
scene with a rival? That sounds great. Yeah. Yeah, because I was probably gonna just circle back around to Rook, but that's more interesting to
I
me.
mean,
So
if you want to have if you have an idea for a scene with another PC, then I'm not going to stop that.
no. I get you. I'm saying like because I had no exact ideas, I was just gonna fumble along with Rook. But yeah, this is interesting. Um, where would we run into each other?
I think because you were working a side gig doing some cab work basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I think um, actually I think you you pick her up at outside the garrison. She has ordered a cab and you're there.
Oh heck yeah, that's great. She's gonna be mad. But yeah, once I see the fare, I like snake it away from maybe somebody else to move in because that just seems hilarious to me.
Mhm, mhm.
And she's
Yeah,
gonna recognize. It's not like I'm doing it in the lab, so
yeah. Think you you see her when she's walking out, and she she stops for a second when she sees your speeder, and then she like shrugs and walks up and gets in, and she doesn't look at you, and it's intentional. She just gets in and um, so
I like
you're my
lean
driver now.
over, I pull out and put like a little cap on. Where to, ma'am?
Oh, you're my driver now.
Uh-huh. I guess so. I just do this on the side because I have to raise extra money to pay for tickets.
Oh, you should drive more carefully then.
I'll start now. Where to,
Yeah, I hope
ma'am?
I don't have to write you up while I'm uh,
I don't think you can do that. I think you're off work and you can't write anyone up. I think that's the way that it works. It should.
Are you sure?
No.
I'm a captain, you know.
I know.
And she gives you the address, and it's a place in. I haven't figured out where would she live. Don't think she lives in Sek. Um, yeah, this is it's a place like right on the border between the Foundry and Sek. So it's like kind of a working class neighborhood, but more upscale working class neighborhood. Um, and she gives you like a street corner. She doesn't give you the exact address. You can drop me off uh, here, and she just gives you corner.
Of course. And I don't push for any details because I think she'll get annoyed if I do. So, yep, just do that and cruise along, play a little bit of light, ooh, like orchestral music because, you know, jazz music's not, it's like there's too much going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
Long day?
Sorry.
Long day? Do you have a long day? I don't know when your shift starts.
Yeah, it's always long days. It's I'm working more now than I did in the rebellion.
What did you do in the rebellion, if you don't mind me asking?
It's right here, uh, fighting the imps, fighting you guys.
I was not one of you guys by choice, just so we're clear.
Yeah, that's what you all say.
Oh, my case is true. I didn't sign up.
You from an occupied planet.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, I gotta say, it's turned out for the better for most. So that's good.
Yeah, that's you got out better than most on either side.
Still crime, though.
Yeah.
So, what's your life plan? You gonna retire a captain? Hoping to move up the ranks?
Well, that's let me get let's make a roll here.
Yeah,
Sounds like consort
sure.
with you have 0 dice in.
That is correct. I'm not a consortium. So 2d6, consorting terribly. Oh man, I rolled a 6 and a 4.
Yeah, but a 4. That's
Four's not terrible. I will
no.
take it.
That's okay in this situation, I would say. Um, she you can tell that she's like instantly processing. Is he trying to pump me for information? Is this a person I can actually talk to? and all of that is like flashing through. You can just see it on her face. And she relaxes a little bit, and she kind of shrugs, and well, you think that being second in command to the leader of the rebellion in the district would get you somewhere, but he got kicked aside to leading the being in charge of the garrison, and that puts me one step below him on the ladder.
Do you like being a cop?
I'm not a cop. I mean, we get to do some traffic stuff occasionally, but that's mostly it's more PR. You know, show the people that we're out there and doing something that matters. Uh, Mostly we're trying to fight off the raiders and the imp stay behinds and the gangs, and yeah, you know all about that.
Yeah. You ever gonna leave 1313?
I was born here. I'll die here.
Mm.
Not, I mean, other places that are nice, but it's home.
No, for me. It's place I live.
Yeah, you want to go back home?
Oh, that's not an option. But I sure as hell would like to get back in a spaceship. I wasn't that bad of a pilot. I mean, mostly they kept me in speeders on the ground, but oh, something about being among the stars. Can't even see them here.
Yeah, stars. That's uh, that's surface people talk.
Guess I'm a surface people.
Yes, you are. Yeah, right here. You can stop here.
All right. I'll have a good night, Captain.
Yeah, you too. And she gives you a tip, not a huge tip, but it's still like a little bit more generous than what people usually give you. Um, Kind of when she's out, she like bangs the roof like yeah, ready to go, that sort of thing.
Cool. Pull away.
Ooh,
Give her a wave. That was good. That was fun.
nice. So let's go to Mark. You have scene you want to do.
Um, I'm trying to remember what I did last time. We did some. I got some started on a clock on my for my. Oh yeah, upgrading my pistol. I was talking with Rook about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well,
Let's see. Go ahead.
then,
Um, my friends and rebels are Snot and Kernock.
I've got a scene that could set you up.
Yeah, go for it.
How about I'm going to set the scene a little bit. I get a message from one of my contacts, Kernock. Kernock sees me from time to time whenever she needs some stitching up and it
Mhm.
needs to be off the books.
Mhm.
So I think she actually comes to. We don't. So we have a headquarters, right? But we also have like a bar that we hang out at.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And I think we're hanging out at the bar, and we're just going to go to a back room, and I'm going to go do some field medic kind of stuff. And I think L3's there,
Yeah, yeah.
like at the bar, and I've started stitching up Kernock in the back.
Hmm.
And I think I'm pumping her for info, right? We've been on some stuff. I want to see if she's got connections into Black Sun.
Yeah.
And I want to, do you know anything about this hit? Do you know what's been going on? You know, it's a quid pro quo, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. And then I
Cool.
think I'd like to see Elliot come in, in the middle of that.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. So I think you're stitching up like she's got a cut on her back. So you're kind of stitching it up. She's got her shirt pulled up, and she's sitting kind of hunched over so that you can work properly. Um,
And I think there's some shrapnel in that I'm pulling out and dropping
oh
off
yeah,
into a little pin. Yeah.
yeah, that's good. And when Elliot comes in, she kind of she tenses up a little bit. You know that she knows that
Hmm.
that you're there, but she like gives you a glance over her shoulder and yeah.
And I roughly push her back
think,
down over the
yeah.
table so that I can get access to the wound, because I do not know that there's bad blood between Elliot and Kernock.
And
I
I think
just know that
when
she's
she,
tensed up because someone walked into the room. Yeah.
yeah, when she looks at me, I think just like swivel and say, "Don't worry, if I was after you, you wouldn't know."
Oh, you think that highly of yourself now?
Hmm.
Okay, no need to whip them out and compare, right? Just, we're all good here. What, is there history here that I need to know about between the two
Kernock
of
is
you?
just highly regarded in her field.
Good.
I think he makes a mechanical like throat clearing noise.
I think I'm going to push a little bit harder because I noticed that Kernock is tense.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm going to see if I can't get something that she wouldn't normally give, like information, since she's off balance. And
Mhm, mhm.
so I think I'm going to lean a little bit closer towards Black Sun. Like, Black Sun's not coming after anybody around here, are they? They're not involved in this stuff. Because if they are, we might need to back off or.
Cool. You want to roll for that then, maybe?
I sure can. I'm awful at that stuff.
It sounds like you're trying to either sway or consort.
Yep.
And you're terrible at both, but maybe you're
I
trying
think
for
it's more
something else.
sway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
So that's a 6 and a 2. Yeah.
You know that I don't talk shop more than I need to. The pikes are pushing in, but you've already heard that.
Yeah. Um, that's just the way things work around here. That's the way the things work everywhere. Is the strong are jostled by newcomers. So I'd expect that to happen to Black Sun, to whoever. I expect that to happen to the New Republic. It's gonna happen. I mean, happen to my people.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how she would the bureaucracy is the bureaucracy. It's who's in charge doesn't really.
It matters a little bit. I mean, did you choose to be down here on 1313? I mean, we've all been dealt bad luck. And I look over at Elliot. I have no idea about your background, right? How did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
end
yeah.
up here? I'm like,
Mhm.
we've all had bad luck and ended up in this shithole. So, you know, if we had been on the better end of the dice, we might have ended up on the surface or in the lap of luxury. It's just not my place to say.
She turns like half turns to look at you. She has this look in her eye, like she's weighing you, like looking you up and down, looking through you, and it's like she's putting together everything she knows about you. But what she says is just, I could leave, but I like it here.
You're crazier than I thought.
She's a big fish in a small pond.
You could say that.
Now, we don't need that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
But
just a small fish in a small pond. I don't mind.
yeah, and the bigger fish eats the smaller fish. That's how it goes.
I might give you indigestion.
Oh, I don't think you're big enough to be a bite for me yet. Maybe you'll get that.
Well, okay. I think I've got you all stitched up as good as it's going to be. You can sit up and, put your crap back on. Now I'm going to walk around. I haven't gotten very far with Kernock, so I'm going to go back around and sit down and busy myself like looking like I'm cleaning and sterilizing the fish hook and the scalpel and the thread that I've got and that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so she grimaces a bit when she uh, stretches up and starts putting her gear back on, and it's like she's got her shirt, she's got like a harness, and she's got blaster pistols, she got knives, she's packing. So here you have set up shop here, all of you together.
We have. You're in it. This is the
I
shop.
mean, we're all desperately trying to find something. So, do you have a job for us?
Not today, but we'll keep you in mind.
Yeah. I mean, just let us know. We'll do a good job. You know.
I know exactly what you're capable of. And she gives a nod to Elliot.
She's seen my resume. Of course, rebels were easier targets than the folks down here, I suppose.
Yeah, the idealists are always the first to go. Did you want something more from that scene? Like, Steven, did you get what you wanted, or do you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I just wanted that tension. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Mark, do you want to call a scene?
Yeah. I think I'd like to see Snot. um, what would I be bringing him?
So he
Yeah,
is,
probably nothing of value. Probably, I think one of the things that I don't quite have a handle on is the value, like what people value, other than violence. And so will occasionally be like, oh yes, like here's some scraps that I found.
yeah, and let's see, he's your friend.
He's my friend. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So he's running a pawn shop, and you know that's it's not quite just the front. He actually makes
Mhm.
a little bit of money from that straight up. He could probably make a not very good living from it, but he could make a living from it.
Mhm.
But mainly he trades in less legal stuff. So he'll take stolen goods. If it's not too hot, he's a little bit cautious, and he doesn't trade in weapons
Mhm.
because that will get you noticed a lot
Yeah.
more. But yeah, so yeah,
And I think maybe what I have is like information for him. Like if I tell him about what we saw on our last job, like
mhm.
someone's moving droid brains. How much do those go for?
Oh yeah, you're looking to sell yours?
I'm still
No,
using
you're
it,
not
but I'll
making
let you
much
know
use
when
of
I'm
it.
done. I'll let you know when I'm done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let your friends know. If you if you get scrapped, I can sell you for parts.
You've got first dibs.
And you know this is kind of
Yeah,
he's joking, but
yeah.
you know.
Or if there's anything that you're looking for, maybe I can ask around.
Well, droid brains mean they were powered up. Did you say that?
I think so. Yeah, right.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were. They
yeah.
were. That's weird. Only the only reason to do that would be to keep the memory circuits intact, and nobody cares about droid memory circuits usually.
Unless they had some valuable information, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, why would you bring them down here if they had valuable information?
Or maybe it's like a resort for them.
Could be. You hear all kinds of weird crap about the droids out in the Rend.
Hmm. What kind of crap do you hear about droids in the Rend?
Oh, you know that there's this giant droid brain out there that's taking over everything. Haven't you
I
heard
had not
that?
heard that. No.
Yeah, he's talking about there's a faction called the Central Consciousness,
Oh yeah.
um, in the under the Fringe
Right.
header. This you may not actually have heard of it. It's
Mhm.
not But it is like a rumor going around that the droids in the Rend, there are some droids out there and they're behaving strangely. But most people just think, yeah, they're droids, they're malfunctioning because everything else out there is weird and malfunctioning. So why wouldn't the droids be? Or that they've been reprogrammed by raiders or that.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Some people find this expendable. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, some people say, but some people say a lot of things. But there's this big droid brain out there that's taking over all the droids, and they're gonna come and invade and something. I don't know. It's just people talk. I haven't seen anything about that, but if there was a big droid brain out there, then maybe it wants more droid brains.
Let's see that. In the Rend, huh?
Yeah, but you know what they say, everything happens in the Rend, and that's like saying that, yeah, people will say whatever about the Rend.
Cool. That is an interesting fact. I will file away.
Yeah, you do that. File it away.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you're still looking to keep that arm, and
I tried to get another one, but I don't know if it would be up your alley.
Yeah. Well,
It's a little bit squishy.
If you pick one up, let me know.
You'll be the first person I call.
Yeah. Now get out of here. I've got respectable customers coming in.
Okay.
Cool. So we're on the hour. Kai posted in the Slack that he might be able to jump in at the first break. So I think we'll take the break now. And be cool. Welcome back. Welcome, Kai. So I'll go through some follow up on some stuff from last session, and then we'll do maybe one or two more scenes, and then we'll get set up for the next job. So I have some notes. The transponder, or that Rook slipped into the car, or the speeder from Industrial Automaton. You trace it back to what you know is their maintenance repair center in the docks. That's like their main facility in this part of 1313. But then you also, before the power gives out, this speeder is traveling like all over the Warrens. It's going out into the scrapyard. And one of the last destinations you ping for it before the power cell gives out is that it's either exactly or very close to that building that you followed the droids to, the droids you helped escape and get away with the droid brains. So it seems like they have picked up that trail as well, but this is like a week after. So and it seemed like they weren't the droids you followed weren't like permanently using that as a permanent base. So presumably the trail is pretty cold when they get there. And Winger, you were looking into this image you got of the droid brain.
Yeah.
So you've had some time to work on that. I don't think we didn't set up a clock or something for that, right? Or did we do that and I just forgot about it?
I don't think we did.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some information. You can probably work on this image more and get more out of it. But what you can see once you've like analyzed the image and compared it a bit to whatever, I mean, you have these extensive data files, so you have some information about this there as well. It's a maintenance droid brain. So this is not some high level droid or anything. This would be like doing regular maintenance like the droids that work on the service sub level here, like down in the tunnels and that sort of. Could be used for other things as well, like cleaning the streets or maintaining a building, that sort of thing. But it's not fancy.
I feel even more connected to it. Like that's labor and droids put together.
Yeah.
Or droids and labor, to not use the confusing language. What? They must have seen something. Winger gets all excited. He's like, they must have seen something, guys. Like, who would spend that much money just to bring, like, cleaner droids in? They must have seen something.
Yeah, and this is unusual. Normally, like that kind of droid brain, sure, like the brain has some value in itself, but the brain without the body, not a huge thing. And this keeping it powered to keep the memory circuits going, then it's definitely specifically something that is stored with this droid brain. For some reason, it's important to keep the memory circuits intact.
Wild.
Yeah.
It was so late at night that when Winger figured that out, like he's like, guys, he sees there's no one around. He's like, whatever.
And you picked up a broker. That was your advance for the crew last time. I picked one from among your possible contacts. This is Klebs. She's now on your crew members row there. I think it's Winger who kind of sort of knows her. She hangs around in the same bar that you do. And so this is like one of the days in between here. She kind of slouches up to your table and where you're sitting, and she sits down. And so he looking for someone who can like hook you into the rumor mill.
Yes, but that's a weird way of putting it.
Yeah, well, I know people. You hear stuff. I know people who will pay to hear what you have heard, and you find some stuff somewhere, like in an alley, something falling off a truck. That sort of thing. I know people who will pay friends for stuff. So we can help each other out.
What's your cut?
Oh, standard 20%.
Okay, deal. I don't know what the standard
What do you
amount
think?
is, but that's what I agreed to.
Yeah, so you worked with her for a few days now, and she does seem to know what she talks about. What information she has given you has panned out, and that sort of thing. So, and you have like pawned off some old junk on her, and she's gotten a fair price for it. It's not like hugely, but it's more than like if Elliot had brought it to Snot, you would have gotten half as much. So it's still yeah, she seems to be on the up and up for that.
Cool.
So, Winger, do you have a scene you want to do with one of the other player characters, one of your contacts, or something, or do you want to, or do we want to get into the job?
Well, while we're at that bar or whatever, I do have that rival that's also one of our how to put it, the rabbit person.
Oh yeah,
Ingix Knock, yeah, crew contact and rival to me. So
yeah,
it'd be nice to have a conversation, see what our relationship is like.
yeah, cool.
I don't have to be alone though. If anybody wants to be there with me, that'd be great. Who hangs with Winger?
Want to bring in KZ maybe, since it's been you had first scene, the others about it in between.
I'd love to, but okay. I was like, I don't know if Casey wants to hang out with Winger or not.
What?
I mean, you gotta get to know each other if you're working together, right?
Yeah.
I'm always easy to beat when it comes to like drinking contests. So if you want some easy script or whatever.
Yeah, so what's the pitch? Like you wanted to deal with Ingix.
Yeah.
Let me pitch something.
Okay.
Maybe this is happening while Brooke and Elliot are with Kernock in the back room.
Ooh.
So Winger, I think you know Kernock by sight at this point.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah. And I don't know how much Rook and Elliot have told you about her, but it's obvious that she's a dangerous person. And she's coming to the bar. She's moving like she's hurt, but not seriously hurt. And she think she asks you probably. So Winger and Casey, maybe Elliot, all three of you are in the bar, and she probably asks Elliot, Rook in the back. Yeah, and then she just sees you nod, and then she goes into the back, and then we have like Rook and Kernock are in the back. Elliot goes back there, and we have that scene that Kai hasn't seen, but you can watch it later if you want to.
I will. I follow the person who posts on YouTube, so I'll be informed when he get posts.
Cool. So yeah, Winger and Casey, you're left out here. Ingix comes in, and she kind of not sure what her relationship to the crew is. Like she will give you jobs. She has information, that sort of thing. But you, Winger, you've got this rivalry. I don't think we defined it.
Yeah. Maybe this is where it starts. Maybe she heard about the job that we just did or something like that, and that like piques her interest or something like that. I mean, I've still got my shrapnel injuries too, so you know, I don't know if any of that works, but like, I can't come up with a complicated history like at this moment.
Yeah.
So maybe this is where it starts.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think she comes up to your table and she kind of leans over you, and Winger, I thought we were friends, like we were working together, and now I hear you're scampering off with a whole load of droid brains and you don't tell me about it? I'm hurt, Winger. I'm hurt.
Uh, sit down. I'll make it better. This is KZ. He's got this really nice truck. It hurt to say that out loud, Rich. I'm sorry. But I ordered drinks, and I'm showing her the information that I did get, like from the
Mhm.
brain that I took the picture of and stuff like that. So that's me making it up to her. But she can
You
still.
get close enough to take pictures and you can get one of them for me? Not one?
We're gonna get some. I'll get you one, sure. Right, KZ?
Sure. We'll get you one. One what? What are we getting?
You
Droid
know,
brains.
No. What if the brain doesn't want to be handed off? These are
Oh.
inert, right? These are the ones we saw.
Yeah, in
I
the
still have
chest.
weird feelings about that. We were working with a droid.
You're right. You're right.
her ears are like constantly moving and like really showing her mood. And right now they're like waving around a little bit, and she's turning them, like listening to what's going on in other parts of the bar. But she's kind of agitated. That's good.
Casey makes a note to himself to buy a little white noise generator next time.
I love it.
It's not the brain, it's the principal, Winger. You
Oh,
should have told me about this.
well.
Oh, well, that I completely agree with. It's the principal, Winger. Cark up.
Oh,
You should be better.
damn. You're right. What a cark up. Well, how can I get up to you?
Well, if you the next time you get a job that involves moving illicit goods, not that I would ever do such a thing, but you let me know. You let me know. We can do it together. Everyone benefits.
So when you're gonna try to make a joke, it's like I heard KZ got pulled over for that, but he was the illicit goods. Am I right, KZ?
Yeah.
And I think Ingix and Casey just look at each other. You
Yeah.
hang out with this guy?
We work together. So
We're coworkers.
yes.
Well, next time, let me know, okay?
Yeah, sure.
And she gets up and walks off, and yeah, she moves up to the bar, and she talks to someone there, and she's a completely different person, like really friendly and not at all as pushy as she was with you.
Hey, Winger, what's the deal between the two of you?
Well, we players thinking about it.
It doesn't have to be a lot of backstory. It could just be that I assume like you know each other in some way.
I think I got it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, well, I helped her out with a job once, and then she got me here to lovely 1313 in one piece, and it's just been a working relationship, but I guess not like buddies like us, but more of a rivalry, I guess, because I can't give her everything. I got to stay true to the crew.
Yeah, you do. You're making the right call. All right. I think I could probably get her off your back. I have a feeling.
And he looks over at her, and before he thinks, he's like, "I don't want her to get off of me. I mean, she's good for information."
Do you? Are you attracted to her?
Ah, she's out of my league.
That's not really an answer.
Yes, and she's out of my league.
Okay. Is it a height thing? You think that's why she's out of your league?
She's like a upside down Twi'lek. They just go so far up.
Yeah.
Or is it Twi'lek? I'm sorry if I
No,
mispronounced
it's
it, but-
fine. No, you call it a truck. Nothing you say will make him happy. So,
Well, could you correct him, like now
it
or
seems
later?
like at some point he'll correct. No, it's no. It's good. It's good. I like the ongoing truck.
Okay.
But Casey doesn't. Okay. All right. Well, we're coworkers, so if you like her, you should. I don't know. Why do you think she's out of your league?
I mean, just look at her.
Oh, so she hasn't said anything. You're just afraid.
You could say that, I guess. Yeah, afraid, cautious, protective of my heart.
Her heart? Okay. Yeah, that's probably smart. I guess. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, they say.
Oh yeah. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You miss all the TIE fighters you don't shoot at, right?
Exactly. But hey, if you ever decide you're not interested, let me know. Like, I don't know. She's interesting.
Oh, okay.
He kind of turns and looks back at her.
I mean, I don't exactly own her or anything.
I didn't say you did, but we work together. It would be weird.
Oh,
She's got one ear turned in your direction.
right.
I wouldn't do that to you. Need to keep you focused. Plenty of opportunities.
Man, if I was as dope and slick as you are, spouting out these crazy philosophical things.
Pretty smart in your own ways. Just maybe not best at relations like that.
Yeah.
How do your people get together? Is there like a mating thing for? He would say the species Rich is pausing because Rich can't remember.
Oh, the
off top of his head.
Shadrafan.
Shadrafan? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a Shadrafan mating season or rituals or anything interesting? You guys just
Is there some? I just before I say anything, is there any sort of?
I'm not aware of anything about
Yeah. Okay. Any
Shadrafans.
canon or lore on it? Okay.
I'm sure there is in some novel somewhere. I
Yeah.
don't know it.
Well,
I think this
there.
is- oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Anders.
I think this is when Karnok walks out
Okay.
again from the back room, and she's walking a little less stiffly. and she walks past your table and kind of just knocks on the table as she walks past you, just signaling that, yeah, you're here, and then she's out.
I think I just peed myself a little. She's bad news, man.
You're kidding. She's incredibly hot.
Yeah, if I wanted to be dead on the floor.
Yeah, the last few minutes would be so good.
Oh, that's freaky.
Yeah.
But cool, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, you go for it. You're telling me go for it. You go for it.
I don't think she likes people, but yeah, why not? Best way to find out. If I'm gonna tell you, I gotta live by the same prescription, right? And then I don't know if we had drinks. If he has one, he will drain it, and then he's gonna go talk to Kernock.
Do we want to play that out, or do we cut and you can do like a flashback later to how that
Cut
went?
and flashback sounds hilarious.
George Lucas swipe or whatever.
Yeah.
I fully expect that this will be a absolute non-event where Kernock is cold and distant, but Casey would have to do it. So yeah,
Just get her to chase you across the rooftops of town.
that's so hot. It's like a date, basically.
Yeah. Cool. So we cut to you all being back at your headquarters, and Rack, your handler, is there, and he's briefing you on your next assignment. And he has like a holo map up showing 1313. I'm going to share this on screen just because I don't think we've shared the map a lot. And now I see it. Yeah, is that visible now? The interface is really weird. Yeah, we got the map here. So you're in the docks near the garrison, and he's showing like a holo map of this area, and he has highlighted a spot that's way out in the gardens. So like straight left from the Warrens, the name the Warrens, almost out at the edge of the map. So this is way out in the gardens. The gardens is this area where they have the huge eel tanks and fungus farms and that sort of. And he's been talking for a while. And so what I need you to do is go to the regional office here and pick up a report from an undercover agent. She's working at the Semirage Corporation, and well, you know, Semirage, he's been around for a while, including under the Empire, and we're not sure of his loyalties. Could be that he's just, you know, corpo CEO, like they all pretend to be, but it could also be that he's playing footsie with the imps, and he's helping us figure that out. We need the information. There's not a lot of traffic out there that isn't deliveries, so you figure out how to get there without drawing notice to yourselves, or in particular, don't draw any notice to her. She's an important asset. I don't want you to risk blowing her cover, but just get me the report. You'll have a data crystal for you to pick up, but I'm sure you can manage that. Just get it back here in the next few days. Any questions?
Yeah, how much are we getting paid?
You will be getting, I need to look. This is a better paying job. So the pay for this would be 6 creds minus the 1 cred that, like, and again, this is because you're not getting paid a full market rate because you're getting steady work.
It's an espionage job.
This is, I think this would count as a delivery, because it's more about like going there, picking something up, getting it back. But I think it depends a little bit on how you set it up. But I think delivery, is that also one of your favored?
Yeah, we just don't
Yeah.
get extra credits for it from the broker.
Yeah.
Well, and what's our bonus? I'm talking to the person again. What's our bonus if we keep this quiet? It sounds like you really want to keep this quiet.
You get paid for keeping it quiet. You don't keep it quiet, you don't get paid.
Okay.
But yeah, to go back to what Mark said, you could probably, I think you could justify this as an espionage job. I don't want to deprive you of the extra creds when you got the special thing, but I think it depends a little bit on how you set it up. Yeah, sorry, Stephen, did you any further questions?
No, I'm just being mouthy.
Did you say that?
I think, yeah, I think whenever they say, well, do you have any more questions for me, and push me a little bit, I literally say, yeah, I'm just being mouthy. You know how we are.
I do, but you get the job done, and that's why you get paid at all. Well, you have the briefing here. If there are any more questions, I'm sure we can sort it out, but this needs to get done soon.
I've got nothing planned.
Money always puts it up at the top of the priority list.
I'm glad to hear that. Well, get to it. Unless you have something more you want from that, I think we can cut doing some legwork.
Yeah.
So you can gather info and you get 1 free downtime action because however you do this job, it's one of your favored methods, which means you get 1 extra downtime action to prepare, specifically to prepare for the job. I don't remember if there's a restriction on.
Also, I took calculating last time. So
Okay.
during downtime, I can give myself or another member another downtime action.
Oh, cool. So you have, yeah, one person has 1 downtime action that can be anything from that ability, and you have 1 downtime action that should be to prepare for this job, which probably means acquire asset, or yeah, that's the most reasonable one, but it could be working on a long-term project if you think you can get something.
If we acquire some sneaks or a specialist that'll help us get there easily, that will also get us another bonus cred.
That I think that's only if you actually have them in the crew.
Oh, only if they're in the crew, not as a
Yeah,
asset.
yeah, yeah. This
Got
would
it.
be like hiring in some outsiders for a
Yeah,
temporary.
yeah. Cool, cool.
I would suggest the temporary asset we might want to gain with the downtime activity is camouflage for KZ's vehicle.
Mm, yeah, I like that.
Make
It's
it
true.
look like a truck.
Dang.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Uh, who wants to make a roll for that? Are you doing this yourself, KZ, or is someone else handling this?
I can do it. What's the role? Because I don't know if I'm
It's
good at it.
tier, I think.
Yeah,
Tier?
you roll your tier.
Oh, sweet. Tier is 0, right?
Yeah, I think.
Weak.
Um, yeah, I remember this. This is a little bit weird because you roll your tier and then the quality is dependent on your roll and your
Mhm.
tier. So it feels
Mhm.
like the tier is doubled up there. I think it makes more sense to either roll an action or a fortune roll based on something, depending on exactly what you're getting and how you're doing it. I think I want to change that because it feels like if you're low tier, you're double punished. And if you're high tier, you're double rewarded because you get more dice and you get something better.
Mhm.
So yeah, in this case, I think if you're like working on if you're building something yourself, I would say make a tinker roll. Or something else. If you have something else you would prefer to use some other action. And if someone wants to help you, they can pay stress as usual and all of the usual stuff.
So I'll do that. I'll help. I think that I'm helping by tinkering to make sure that we get this put in place and don't hurt the vehicle so we can restore it back to its normal stage. And I think KZ is probably super picky about what gets put on and what doesn't. I
Mhm.
would suggest there could be a role about finding things that could be put on or that could be used to describe it. That might be, yeah, that might be a resolve action of some type, consort or sway.
Preferably sway. As I've already rolled consort poorly. Well, actually, it was middling. Yeah, so I'm better at sway, but consort kind of feels more appropriate because I don't think I'm asking a friend for this. I don't think Kavi would be able to help us out here, right?
I mean, she does have a lot of parts, but she's more of a
Right. That's what I'm
droids
thinking.
worker. She could, if you wanted to dress your speeder up like not like a truck, but like a droid delivery sort of thing, then she could probably help.
Like a mobile repair shop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Cool.
And I'm helping.
Oh, sweet. Then I'm taking that help. And that will bump me up to a total of 2 dice.
Nice.
Wow. That will be a 1 and 2.
Amazing. So you get a tier -1 droid delivery camouflage. No one is getting fooled by this if they get close. I think like if you see this vehicle drive past, then oh yeah, that looks like a droid repair thing. But you can't actually do any repairs. If someone comes up close and starts looking, it's like, oh, this thing is just sorry, just glued on here, and this isn't actually working, and this isn't powered up. that sort of thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I could have done a much better job if you'd just let me affix this permanently, KZ.
I heard you the first 2 times. And the answer's still no. This is a specific metal. We bolt in here and we're going to have to replace the entire panel. So it's not perfect, but it's good enough. We're not going there to, we're not going there to live. It's just a visitation. It's all good. This is fine. This is good enough. Good enough for government work.
Cool. So, Winger, do you want to use your downtime actually yourself? Do you want to save it up? Do you want to do some information gathering before you decide how to use that action? Or does someone have like something, I would really need to do this?
Did you say that to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything at the moment, no.
Cool. Let's do some information gathering.
Yeah.
Let me
If someone
let me
has-
make a suggestion. You are hurt, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, that would be something. I guess that. What are the rules for getting healed? Do I have to pay somebody or?
You use a downtime action to do the recover activity.
Okay.
And for that, you roll your lifestyle, which is currently 0. You get an extra die for Rook having the medic ability.
Oh.
And if you didn't participate in the last job, you get an extra 1 die, and there are some penalties if your wanted level is high or if you're at war. So
Oh,
in this
wow.
case, you'd roll 1 die.
Okay.
And you get some ticks on your healing clock. And once the healing clock is full, all of your harm
Right.
drops to 1.
And if you get wounded, your healing clock resets.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's even nastier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Does Rook give me any shit while helping me get the shrapnel out?
Yeah, I think it's how the hell, why were you so close to them? You should have gotten out in time. If you'd gotten out in time, if you gotten out quicker whenever I said so, you might have not gotten hurt. And I think it's, pulling out the pieces, it could have been, I could have given you, what's that called? Something to ease the pain,
Sure.
something to numb things.
Anesthetist. Yeah.
Thank you. But I think I make it clear that it's not worth that.
Oof.
Because that costs money.
Oof. Oh my goodness.
You got to learn your
Ouch.
lesson somehow, boy.
Harsh.
Rolled a
Okay.
3. Harsh but
You
fair.
roll 3, that's 1 tick on your healing clock, which
Has
has
a tick of 4.
I think the healing clock is on your sheet.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, it's right under stress.
Right under what?
Right under your stress.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. One down, you said? Then
Yeah,
okay.
3 to go.
Oof. That's some nasty shrapnel.
Yeah. So yeah, does anyone have some information gathering they want to do? What the general thing about the Semerage Corporation is that they are the big operator of the out in the gardens. They don't own everything, but a lot of it. That's a lot of money. Even though it's not like a high profit business, but it's steady pay. Everyone's got to eat, and this is where you make the food.
And do we have a pickup point that we're meeting her at? now, or is that, are we determining that?
We can. There probably is. We can define that now. You are going to this point out in the out in the gardens. You have to go there to pick it up.
Yeah.
We can specify something if you want to, or that's kind of part of the plan. So
Yeah, that might be part of the like finding a
yeah,
secure-ish place.
yeah.
I could do some information gathering with interface just by looking through the systems and maps and whatnot.
Yeah, sure.
Like pulling up somewhere that's not that doesn't have like logged regular use necessarily.
Oh yeah, you're looking for routes that aren't as much in. Yeah, cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. I just have one die in that, so let's see how it goes. A 6, easy peasy.
6, nice.
I'm good at the
Yeah,
computers.
you managed to get a hold of like traffic information for the past year or so, like a general accumulated report of where transports are moving. So you have a good overview. Sorry, good overview of what routes are best to use. It's mainly like this is far out in the gardens. There's this regional headquarters or district headquarters is manages like almost all of the western half of the gardens. And it's the headquarters is not located directly at the main distribution hub or the collection hub, it would be, I think. So there is some space as long as you stay fairly far to the south and then go like straight up north. That's where the least of the traffic. And then it's kind of going like they're delivering up to this close to the collection hub is near the headquarters, but not right at it. So there will be transports going this way, but you're going this way.
Yeah, I think it looks like I like at my port, like I built like a little like the hollow map with like the like the ground in 2D and then kind of like do like a 3D map of like traffic. So like we just keep to these low parts here and like send it over to KZ for navigation.
Then I think there's like a train that goes to I remember what I called it, the eel mill, where they process everything. So that's not, and that's like raised rail line. So that's not, you're not going to be directly interacting with that, probably.
How often do the trains run?
The trains, they run like constantly. It's like one train every half hour.
Yeah, it's not like we could find a dead spot and then use that as a shortcut necessarily.
I mean, you absolutely could. It's just that you would be on the rail line and you know there's a train coming within the next 30 minutes.
Right. As part of like the presentation, like pointing out like the rail line is there, trains come every 30 minutes, but KZ probably isn't able to get us up there to use it effectively. So ignore that part. He probably wouldn't want to risk his vehicle for that.
Casey, you could absolutely get up on the rail line. But it's fairly like high visibility up there. You would be spotted if someone looked at that time, they would spot, there's a speeder up on the rail line. That's weird. But it would be definitely a fast route. So it is an option. If you need to get out of there quickly, then that is something you could do.
can do it for exfil, but I don't. We're going to draw a lot of eyes if I pull that off, which I totally can.
My projections give you a 16% chance, but we'll keep that in our back pocket.
Should work with algorithms.
Yeah, most of the traffic in there is it's delivery trucks that are like these huge crawlers that pick up big tanks and or containers, drive them to the collection hub, and from there they go by train. There is a little bit of like personal traffic. Most of the people who work in the gardens live out there as well. So there are some like residential areas, and there is one fairly close to the district headquarters. Yeah.
So is it like feudalism? Like,
It's more like it's a long ass way to go if you're working at an eel tank out there, and it's like miles and miles to go to and from work. It's easier to just live out there, but it's a bit like a company town, that sort of thing.
But
Oh,
these
I see.
subsidized housing, yeah.
Yeah.
the capitalist version of serfs. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes, so yes.
So feudalism, but not on paper.
Yeah.
Anything
Like we got
else
a
you
route.
want out of that? Look into the traffic.
Sounds like we have a route, so
Cool. Anyone else want to try to find something out?
Yeah. I've been screwed over before. I've been betrayed by people, and I want to check out to see our contact. I want to see if I can find their movements, anything suspicious about them. Basically gather information about what she's doing, because she's an undercover operative for a corp, right?
She's an undercover operative for the Office of Trade and Industry. So she's working for the same people you are working for, which is the government, or part of the government.
Yeah, but part of the government has also taken in imps too, so yeah. So I'm not sure I trust her, and I want to see, is this a sting? Is she gonna grab us?
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I'm
Cool.
looking to do.
So yeah, she's on the NPCs tab. Restra
Restra?
Tepeng is her name. So, yeah, Restra. Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. So how do you want to find things out about her?
I think this is a hunt, gathering information about a target's location and movements.
Yeah, at least that would mean that you're kind of like shadowing her, like going out there and actually following her. I think. Or is that what you want to do, or are you trying to find out information more indirectly?
I think I'm trying to find out information more indirectly. So this would be probably, well, I'm a direct kind of person, so I think I would just go out there and see if I can't follow her. Although,
I mean, you could absolutely use hunt in an indirect manner as well. That would mean like you're talking to people and you're kind of puzzling together. I wasn't saying you can't do that indirectly, but I was just trying to get a clear picture of of how
So
you're doing.
I don't think I'd be doing it on the computer because I'm not good with that and tracking her that way and pictures and that kind of stuff. I'm not like a hacker. Going out and doing it on my own makes some sense. I think that's probably a better idea than me going and talking to people, because if I don't trust her, why would I trust anybody else I talk to? The only problem
Right.
I have with that is, the whole point is to get out there, do the job, pick up the drop, and come back, and not let anyone know. And if I'm snooping around, that could blow the whole thing. So it might be. I like this side thing. I don't question people, but I do check into people that she is acquaintanced with, right? So she's made contact, people in her apartment building, or just walking around and watching that. Watching, maybe she hangs out with people after work and following them to see if they're up to something. So it's not drawing attention to her necessarily, but it's getting a feel for what she's like.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's roll it.
I'm happy to ferry you around and offer another pair of eyes if you would like help.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Because I wasn't sure how I was going to get there. So, and we can try out your disguise on the way.
Exactly. It's great. So I'm spending a stress to give you another die.
Okay. And I think I'm going to roll hunt.
Mhm.
And then if this is gather information, if the operation is the crew's favored type, take plus 1d. And I don't know that this operation is the general job is.
I think that's for the engagement role. No. It's here as well. Yeah. Sorry, that should have been for Mark as well. Yeah. Yeah. You get an extra die.
Okay. Mark rolled a 6. You could crit. Okay, so let me roll mine. I got a 6. I got a 6 as well.
Nice. Yeah. So I think you realize that the way you need to do this is to stay quite far away, but you have like macro binoculars and that sort of thing. Where she lives, it's kind of a gated community. Like you have the regional headquarters, and you have this residential area that's clearly for like administrators and that sort of like the office personnel. And that's where she lives. It's like 2 blocks away from the actual headquarters. There are some other administrative buildings and that sort of thing in between, some warehouse or something. So it's not right next door to each other. And she, like, there's not a lot of people out here who isn't working there. So it's difficult you can't really mingle without drawing attention to yourself. But what you can do is drive around in cases camouflaged speeder and like see what's going on. You can time it so you can spot her going to and from work. And you can get up on some warehouses set up there and get a good view of what's going on. So it seems like for the most part, people who work at this headquarters, they go like straight to and from work because like there's no entertainment out here. There are no restaurants or that sort of thing like out on the street, other than the very occasional street vendor by the more factory farm like areas, but not at the headquarters. In the gated community, there's a restaurant and that sort of thing. There are some places, but they're not heavily used. Like most people seem to, yeah, they live there and they work and they go back home. And from what Mark or Elliot, what you saw on the traffic analysis, there is like there are like weekend buses, speeder buses that go to other parts of 1313 that go to the docks, to the fish market, to Emerald Row. So like if people in here want entertainment, they go on one of those, and yeah, they're out for the weekend and then they go back. Yeah, that's all. And that fits with what Rook and Casey, what you pick up there as well. You can get up on a warehouse where you can like look into this gated community. They have like walls around, but they're not super high. It's mostly just so that people walking by on the street or driving past can't just look in. It's not really for it's not built to keep people out. And there's some socializing. They have like a tiny little park in there, which is kind of luxurious on 1313. But yeah, mostly people seem to stay indoors because like looks like this. It's not fun to hang out outside generally. But they have this little park that has like solar lamps so that it looks nice. Yeah. And you do spot her occasionally. She's like chatting with her neighbors. You don't see anything that immediately suspicious, but if you have any further questions, you can absolutely get more detail.
Yeah, I just wanted to get a feel for the personality. She's not going out to bars in the evenings. Does she take the train in on the weekends like you were saying some people do?
I think not sure, because you only have a couple of days
Yeah.
before you're supposed to do the pickup.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure that's something you can find out.
That makes sense. And she doesn't seem to be like sneaking around or anything in the day or two that I've been able to look.
No,
She looks like she's just doing normal kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You see her like going with other people from the office and to the office. She seems to like follow the standard pattern as far as you can establish.
Okay. That sounds good.
Cool.
I had something. Oh, yeah, I had something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
If things get carked up and we're in a pinch, I wanted to find a place that we could like have already scouted out that we could like duck into, or a road we could take, or something like that, that would give us, some amount of time of safety to regroup, or something like that. Kind of like a temporary safe house, like, or a place that we could like go underground and not be seen from above, or something like that.
Cool. That sounds like something you could do with a flashback. Like,
oh,
if
okay.
you need it, you can just establish that. Oh yeah, we had prepared this already.
Okay. Well, I'll set up that I'm doing the research on that.
Cool.
Should reduce the cost of the flashback if we have that. So,
Yeah. You're
okay.
checking out like with the help of what Rook and Casey has spotted and Elliot's traffic information. You can see that, oh, this warehouse doesn't seem to be in much use. That's a place we could use. That sort of thing.
Got it. Yeah. Well, a series of places that are indeterminate until necessary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. So where you're supposed to meet her. We can establish that now, or we can let that flow from the engagement role. I think we should take a break. We're past the hour. So let's take. So I wanted to add a couple of things that I just thought about now that you would have realized from the information you've been looking at. Elliot, you have noticed and it wasn't directly relevant to what you were asking about, but this is something that would be obvious. The northern part of the gardens, up towards the area called the Blight, which is an area of the gardens that is kind of infected or affected by the Rend. There's like weird infections on the eels. There's raiders running around, weird creatures from the Rend, all that sort of stuff. Up towards that area, there's a lot of traffic from what aren't officially called military vehicles, but that are military vehicles. Like it's the Corpo security forces are really busy up there.
Huh.
So that's something to be aware of, and it's clear that things are going on up there. It's not just like regular patrols, though there are those as well. But there are like, oh, suddenly everyone's going to this place, and now they're going out into the Blight to do something, and so you notice all of that as well. So there's stuff going on up there. And Rook and Casey, these vehicles that transport the workers from the headquarters to this gated community, they're pretty sturdy. It's not just like an open speeder that brings them. It's like a covered vehicle, and it seems to be armored a lot more than you would expect from just this kind of shuttle. So it looks like they're at least a little bit worried about raiders or something. It's like there's more security, and that's something you notice around the headquarters and the gated community as well. They have some guards around there. It's not like a military compound, but there are some guards patrolling.
And these are the vehicles that go between the living quarters and the compound? Or they're okay. They're not the ones that go into the town, you know.
Yeah, those you haven't seen because you haven't been there on the weekend. You just know you have the traffic information, but that doesn't give like that kind of detail on exactly what vehicles they are. Yeah, cool. So just so you're aware of those things. I think unless someone has something more they want to figure out or explore beforehand, otherwise we'll go into the engagement role. Everyone good with that? Cool. So I think your plan here, or this isn't super important, but I think you're going for either deception or transport, because you have this disguised truck, disguised speeder, disguised as a repair truck. So and that would be focusing on like not drawing attention to yourselves. Or we could say that this is a transport job because and focus on like the actual route you're taking. I'm not sure what you find most interesting as like the focal point of the job.
Because we're not actually transporting. Well, I guess we're going to bring the data back, but yeah. Maybe also stealth because we're trying to get in and out without being seen.
Not being seen at all.
Yeah.
You are being seen, but you're pretending to be something else. I think that.
So the
job
job
completely staying on back route and that sort of. Yeah, sorry, Steve.
I was going to say the job is to get the data back, so that would be transport. But part of the job is to make sure we're not detected.
Yeah.
Right. That it's a
not
secret.
Draw attention to yourself.
And probably the more important part to not blow the source.
Yeah, and since that was emphasized, I would say deception.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
So you start out with one die. don't think your operation is particularly bold or daring, but I don't think it's overly complex either. You're going there, pick up the thing, and get out. You are using one of your crew's favorite methods, whichever one we say this is. Does the plans detail expose the vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I don't think this is a particular vulnerability, but they're not particularly strong against this either. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? We haven't really looked into that.
Well, the asset acquiring was with one of our friends, so we could extend that a bit further to say that she's helping out in other ways.
Sure. That's Kavi, right?
Yes, Kavikas.
Cool.
I could give Ignix a call and tell her all about our job.
I mean, she could give you help in, oh, yeah, a droid repair crew would act in this sort of way. You need to have these sorts of clothes, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I think that she could definitely help you. Enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? No. And do you think there's anything else here, positive or negative, that's a major factor?
Have we ever done a job here before?
Probably not, but I think with all the, like, Rook and KZ have scouted and Elliot has checked the transport route. So I think it's not like it's not on your home turf, but you have the general lay of the land.
But it's not we're at war with these people either. So
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
3 dice, it seems like. Who wants to roll it?
I think it's KZ's turn
Yep.
because it's
You're
KZ's
driving.
vehicle.
I'll take vehicle. Okay, engagement roll. Here we go. 3 dice.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh,
That's a crit. Oh my
crit.
god.
I'm sorry we're not going to be
Yeah.
earning XP, friends. It turns out that we're really good
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this.
too bad.
XP's for
So-
losers.
That means you're in a control position and you have already overcome the first obstacle. And I think the first obstacle here would be making contact. I think that's because you don't have an obvious way for a droid repair crew to make contact with someone working in administration. But you have figured that out. So I'm going to pick up something from the Forged in the Dark talk that Lowell had. So let's hear some cool stuff you did to get you this far. So you've made contact. However you want to set this up, she's just about to hand over this data crystal. So who wants to go first?
Easy one. There may have been a it's inside the gated community thing, right?
That's up to you where you want to do the handoff.
I think maybe like a gate was unexpectedly closed, and I was able to robot through it with the data port
Nice.
thing.
Yeah. You droided it.
Yeah, droided.
I think in order to get us close in, was inside the, made my way inside the gated community and disabled a droid. And so whenever we roll up, I come out, all of us come out as workers in our worker, overhauls, and I come out with the droid and put it back, onto the truck.
Nice. So there actually is a disabled droid for you to work on. Cool.
Poor droid. You're just an object for us to have as part of our cover. A glance a few times at Elliot to see if they care. But how would I know?
The droid has a big restraining bolt on it.
That's
Ooh,
what you get for
even
not
better.
pulling that off at the earliest opportunity.
Even better, it has this logo from this company on it.
Oh yeah. Cool. KZ and Winger, what do you think you've done to help you get this far?
I think there were a couple of unexpected traffic stops, so I popped up onto that high rail, just kind of dipped in, and then a little bit of a like speeder version of a wall run to zip over the things, and they didn't look up.
Nice. Yeah, there were some security patrols even down here that hadn't shown up on your Elliot on the traffic reports. Like this is something new and unusual, but Casey spotted them, got out of the way, and got to pass. So Winger.
The easy ones have been taken.
I mean, if I can pitch something, like you are the mastermind, kind of. So you could be like directing, playing it from the background, or could be something more direct and frontline if you want.
Okay. Maybe you dropped me off at a place to slice into the network, and I was able to tell you like we figured out where we're gonna meet, and I tell you like, you know, she's on the 3rd floor, and you know, avoid this in the basement or something like that. Just getting them cleanly up to the person for the data handoff. So, you know, just monitoring cameras and stuff like that from a central database place.
Yeah. Like you got into the compound, and there's like a data hub within there.
Yeah.
And you need to go in there because you're fixing droids. There are droids working there, so you could access all the information about the compound from within there. That sounds awesome. So yeah, you're in there, and she has made some excuse for why she has to get to this data hub as well. Maybe like you could use your access there to like send a message to her, like call out a message, so and so, or the owner of this and that droid, and that's the signal for her to get.
Okay. Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, something innocuous, but recognizable. Yeah.
I hope that wasn't me like taking over doing your job.
No, that's very helpful. Me personally, at least.
Cool. Anyway, she's there. Who is taking the data crystal?
I am.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she looks like well, at first when she walks in, she looks like a middle-aged lady, and she looks around a bit nervously. And then when she has established that you're the only people there, then she kind of relaxes and looks a lot more confident and straightforward. And she nods to you, Rook, and she doesn't say anything. She just hands over the crystal.
And I, kind of nod, take the crystal. I hand her a crystal in return. It's a crystal that we've prepared before that basically has a bunch of like entertainment files on it or something like that. So if she gets caught and they're like, "You had that crystal," it's her cover. But she doesn't know that. right?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
doesn't know that. I'm just handing her a crystal in return, right?
Yeah, she kind of holds it up and okay, doesn't say anything. Or actually, I think she asks, "Is this for the next delivery?"
Um, this is just in case someone inspects what you have after you leave. It's just got some movies on it.
Good thinking. I appreciate that.
And then I'm gonna yes, okay. And does she want anything else from us?
No, she seems ready to go. She's done the drop, and now you've got the ball.
Yep. So I think she can leave first, and then we'll stagger how we leave. Once she leaves, I'm gonna turn to Elliot and give him the crystal, so she doesn't even know who has it.
Mhm.
And he can secret it wherever he wants.
Yeah.
And then we'll stagger as we exit. Yeah.
Cool. So KZ and Winger, are you out by the vehicle, or are you also inside this data hub?
I'm absolutely the getaway driver. Just in case something goes wrong, keeping watch out.
Cool. Sorry, you're muted.
I think I'm topside, just scouting or recon or whatever it would be called in the military.
Yeah. So, and you spot there's someone there's a guy, a middle-aged man with a like white hair but and a big bushy mustache, and he's kind of walking towards KZ's speeder. Purposefully walking. He doesn't have a uniform or anything. He's in casual clothes, those kind of robe things that are popular in Star Wars. And he's Casey. You notice him as well. He's walking towards you.
Mr. Privileged coming your way.
Yeah, I don't know this guy. Do you know this guy?
A lot of you look the same to me. No, I don't know him.
Those tiny ears.
Right?
How do you hear anything?
Yeah. Oh, you there, driver or whatever you are, mechanic.
Yeah, you got a droid you need repaired?
Yes. Can you? It's yeah. Can you come with me? It's back home. I need you fixed.
What was our loadout?
droids,
Did we do loadout?
No.
Okay.
I would be normal.
If I'm going in as a repairman, I'm going in as heavy.
That's
Oh, and I pre-marked off surveillance gear that has the macro binoculars that I used whenever we were sketching out the place.
You don't need to do that. That was gather info, so you don't have to mark them off beforehand.
Hey, can you give us a address? But my main mechanic guy, he's I'll point vaguely in some restauranty area I probably clocked. He's gonna bite.
But this is just a simple thing. It's just a joint that's not working properly. I'm sure you can handle it. Just come with me.
Rich takes a moment to look. What is my rig or my tinker is 1. I will glance at Wingers. What is Tinker? He has no Tinker. That's amazing. This is such a bad idea.
No, I have a
No, you don't.
tinker.
No, I just looked at it. You do. What am I doing? Oh, I must have looked at. Oh well. Anyway, it's fine. Okay, you've got this. I say yes. I hand off the I will wriggle out from behind the wheel and go trot down the street with guy who needs a joint, and I guess I will mark some tech tools. Does that fit? Hydro spanner, microprobe, laser solder. Yeah, there we go.
Cool. So he leads you to his house. It's nearby, and inside, and he has it's a very nice house. Like I think these houses are like the kind of rounded dome houses. Not a lot of windows because there's not a lot to look at outside. But just having houses at ground level that's pretty fancy in 1313, where you usually have like
Everybody builds up.
yeah, because there's not a lot of space. But he's got and that's the whole compound is like that. Generally, the gardens is less building up, but there are still like piling eel tanks on top of each other.
KZ will let out a low whistle that Rich can't perform right now because I just tried it and failed. I don't know why I'm whistling. Thank you. Nice digs.
Oh, thank you. Hey, it's Betty here, and he points towards like household cleaning droid, typical droid for like doing household work, cooking, cleaning, that sort of thing.
I'm kind of imagining something similar to the droids in the diner, in Dex's diner, in the prequel. The four-armed guy. They look like a waitress droid but they're on a single wheel. They're very femme identified. So between that and like Rosie the robot from Jetsons is what's in my head for that. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And this droid kind of raises her arm, and you can see that the elbow joint is catching when she moves her arm.
Oh, so she's alert, awake, like
yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is easy. No problem at all. I say with a confidence that may not be earned. And
I think I've run back down to where my slice was, and I can see on camera, and then I can talk to you like anything that you like. I can help you out remotely.
Love it. Yeah, I'm like got my little headband thing with a cam on it or something, so you can see what I see. And I'm just gonna solder this joint. I narrate aloud so that I'm communicating with you, Winger.
Right.
Whistle a little bit, which I cannot perform, but I think Mark will just do random whistling as I try to tinker. I guess I'm just gonna tinker.
Just roll a critical again.
Oh my gosh! I don't want to do that.
So Winger, are you actually helping mechanically, or are you just?
Yeah, I'm using my foresight. I have 2 free stress per score to spend on assists. Cool. Yeah.
Wow, that's freaking awesome! What a cool special ability. All right, that means I am rolling 2 dice. What's I imagine this is control position.
Yeah. You're in control position, and you have standard effect. I don't think that's going
awesome. So 2 dice. Here we go. Yep. Oof, got a 4, which means I can withdraw or take a consequence of some kind, right?
Yeah. Minor complication or reduced effect. I think what you can do is you can do a temporary fix. Like this joint is going to mess up again because whatever it is that's actually the problem. It's something that you don't know how to fix, and Winger can't quite talk you through it because you need to do something with the circuits or power system, and you can do it like a short-term mechanical thing. That's fine, but it's going to catch again. So if you hang around here, he's going to come after you for not having fixed this
Oh
problem.
no, it's even better. Here's what I'm doing. Here's my plan. Here's my plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
Hey friend, first I guess I'd ask his name at some point. So does he have a name?
He hasn't. He does now. He's Wonka Birdones, and I'm putting that in the chat. And this is a genuine name from the the name generator.
That is insane. Oh, okay. It's not spelled WONKA.
Yeah,
so
Willy
that's a
Wonka.
No.
Mr. Birdones, here's what I can do with what I've got. I could do a patch. I'm going to do that patch right now. This patch is going to hold for a little bit. I'm not going to charge you for it, but I'm not going to charge you for it, Mr. Birdones, because to get this really fixed, you need to head to Kavi Kuss. She is the best droid specialist. She helped me set up with my mobile unit. And like I said, my main guy, he's taking a lunch. Your Rosie unit, she's going to be fine for a little bit, day or so, but you really need to get to Kavi. Here's her details. So you can get her on a comm code. She does perfect work, very reasonable prices, no problem at all.
I think in this case, the minor complication is that he's a bit huffed. Like,
Or he's unhappy.
the people who usually come here, they can fix this sort of thing, no problem. Why? I don't know why you're
I'm
so
just an
incompetent.
apprentice. I'm just an apprentice. I told you to wait for the guy, but you didn't want to wait for the guy. He said it was just a simple solder, and I soldered, but it ain't enough. There's more in the back, and you
Now
know,
you
if
listen
you
here.
want, do you want me to
don't
take the
that
droid?
tone with me.
I'll take the droid to Kavi's. Do you want me to take the droid to Kavi's and bring it back to you? I'll have it back in a day, or so.
Fine, do that. But I will be making a formal complaint to your supervisor.
Have him call me.
Okay, here's my supervisor's details, and I give a Winger's number.
Yeah,
And then I will pack up Rosie and hustle back to the lab. That's amazing.
Do you want to make
cool.
some sort of sway roll or consort roll or something like that?
I mean, when you get Rosie back to the truck. No, sorry, I keep calling it a truck.
I'm so sorry to have started that.
Back to the speeder.
sleek and wonderful land speeder.
Yeah. She can tell that this isn't a proper repair vehicle, so she's going to be suspicious.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. That's in no way bothers me. Okay. Well, let's get you in here. I'll help you in. Is she ambulatory? Is she on like a track or a little wheel? Does she have legs?
I really like the thing with just one wheel.
Yeah, that's super dope.
Yeah, she's on a wheel, and I think she.
By the way, the designation of that of that particular droid that I mentioned is FL0 or Flow.
Oh, yeah.
Kiss my grits. Yeah.
She's a WA7 waitress droid. Sorry, it's just that tickles me more than it should.
And I think Flow Flow RS.
Flowers.
I was thinking Flores, but okay, Flowers is good.
Yeah, but they call her Rosie.
Yeah, sweet. I kind of like this Rosie.
So the rest of you, KZ is coming with his droid. You've got the crystal. You can get out of here, but you need to do something about the droid. And we're 10 minutes to finishing time, so I think we'll end it there.
Cool.
And pick up next session. So we're probably going to go past time anyway with Stars of Wishes and XP. One thing I wanted to mention, or actually, let's do that. We can do that afterward. So let's do XP. Let's start with the crew. Oh, I gotta check this. Droid. Oh, that's very cool. You want to share that? I'm clicking around on other things.
Yeah, I'll be happy to share it real quick while you're doing the stuff. So this is a pic. It's actually somebody 3D modeling the flow.
Oh, cool.
So I thought that was pretty cool. So maybe you could print this out on your 3D printer.
Yeah.
By next session, Mark, if you don't mind, just do that, and you can show us all the plastic you just wasted for a random request.
Cool. So crew XP triggers. Did you successfully complete the score? No, you didn't, because we're in the middle of it. Did you contend with challenges above your station? I'm going to say yes.
We are tier 0, so
Yeah. So all challenges are above station. Did you live up to your reputation or use it to your advantage? Reputation is ambitious.
I would suggest going up against a corporation like this and going onto their turf might be a little bit ambitious.
Cool. That seems fair. Did you develop the inner life of the crew? I think you did. We had a fair number of scenes between you, like got more of a feel of how you all fit together. Did you develop the crew's relationship to other factions?
I don't think we hit up any factions, yeah.
We said, told Kernock to let us know if they have any jobs there.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah, Black Sun.
Yeah, that's interesting, but I don't think it really, that's more like you talking to Kernock, not like interacting with Black Sun in general.
Yeah.
Did a crew member make a sacrifice for the good of the crew? Think so. Unless someone wants to pitch me on something.
Nah.
No, that's still 3 XP. So let's do individual XP. I'm going to start with Winger.
Okay.
Yeah, you can read those out yourself. I feel like I'm
okay. Did I bring my background into play? Well, yeah. Talked about Ignix and how I got to 1313.
Yeah.
Did my vice or trauma hinder me? I still don't think I've engaged my vice, so no. Did you develop your relationship with another character?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but in this case, it'd be Casey, test not to double dip on the background thing. Did you improve your personal situation? No, I can't think of anything for that. Did you approach a problem with calculation or planning? Yes. Yeah. At least, planning. Well, yeah, no, like I found us like a safe house before we even started, kind of thing. Yeah. And did you approach a problem with deception or stealth? I think we did both.
Yeah.
So that's 4.
Cool. Elliot.
I don't think I brought my configuration into play. And I don't have.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I haven't like sent you on a assassin murder.
Kill. Yeah.
Well, what is
right.
Your configuration is assassin droid?
Yes.
Would your rivalry with Kernock be a part of that? Because you were
absolutely.
Come into play. Yeah, sure. I'll take that. Yeah.
Because this is kind of the equivalent of your background. So
yeah. Cool. Did I develop my relationship with another character?
I mean,
maybe with Rook a little bit, but
yeah,
like
with
kind of like
Kernock,
it.
I think,
Yeah. I'll take that. I did not improve my personal situation yet, and I think I did approach a problem with my specialized skills using my data port for the roadmaps and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was not deceptive or stealthy personally, so I'm not gonna take that one.
Cool. Rook.
Did you bring your background into play? I think I did during the discussion with Kernock about the philosophy about how we all got screwed over to be here in 1313. Did your vice or your trauma hinder you? My trauma is haunted, and specifically because I was haunted, I went to do background information on the person we were meeting up with, but it didn't hinder me, so I don't think that counts.
Yep. Sounds fair.
Did you develop your relationship with another character, PC or NPC? I think I did. Did you improve your personal station? I get money after every downtime from a pension, but I don't think that counts because that's my base situation, right? It didn't really improve.
Let's see.
Because I don't think I think getting a job done does.
Yeah. I think that's a tricky one. I need to think about that. We did count it when you got that special ability. And in general, I want to count like adding to your stash as improving your like working towards your next level of lifestyle should count. But it's also, this is something that's automatic, that always happens. So I think for this time, let's count it as you got it for when you took the special ability.
Yeah.
But I need to think about how to handle that.
I would suggest it's probably not a good thing because it's like an automatic XP generator, right? That doesn't. I don't have to do anything character driven to get that XP, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Did you approach a problem with cunning or distrust? Yes. And did you approach a problem with deception or stealth? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
perfect. Fairly deceptive. So 4 XP for you. KZ.
Okay, first of all, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right, I've switched to the new headset that was just delivered, and I wanted to test it, and it feels weird, but it is very lightweight, which is nice. Okay. Did you bring your background into play? I think the conversation with the captain and talking about his background definitely was part of that. Did your vice or trauma hinder you? I went with I try to lean towards thrills with Ignix and also Kernock. So I don't know if you guys think that was hindering. I don't think so because we didn't play out either of them hindering. So I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
Develop your relationship with another character, PC or NPC. I'm going to say yes because of the conversation with Winger, which is separate from the conversation with the captain. So not a double ding. And did you improve your personal situation?
You gained a droid.
I gained a droid.
Well, I
wasn't planning on keeping the droid.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, you did get a job for Kavi.
Oh yeah.
I actually was maybe that is improved personal situation. I was angling towards that being a way to tick on some of my project clock to recruiter. It's like, hey, okay, you work. But
I'm gonna say that making a connection with Molotevs, I think that could count towards this. Because now you have it's still your rival, but you're on more friendly terms. Unless someone thinks that seems too generous.
No, I mean, if you get fewer tickets and fewer fees, then you're better off, right?
Did you approach a problem with style or a devil may care attitude? Well, if I argued myself out of the vice or trauma with the potential of going after or chasing skirts, it could be this, maybe. I'm not sure, because we kept it abbreviated, so...
You were like, what the fuck? And then walked in and were sort of repairing the droid. I think that's pretty much a
that's...
devil may care.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's
All right,
true.
yay. Did you approach a problem with deception or stealth? I don't think so.
Oh, you totally
Deception,
did.
you pretended to be a
Yeah.
droid fixer. I guess it's a repair person.
Yeah, I don't
excuse me.
think that. I don't
100%.
think that's unfair. I think you can take that and claim that one as well.
Woohoo! I have farmed a lot of XP. Thank you, friends. Boom, look at that.
Cool. So stars and wishes, a little bit over time. So let's do stars and wishes together. I'll start with you, Rich.
Okay. Star, really enjoyed this particular mission. It was clear. It was also clear cut, but dangerous. I liked hinting towards the corpos. I like the structure of this particular session. You did a good job of giving us some personal time, which is always a challenge in Blades. And it's nice to not to have a conversation in character and not feel like, okay, am I hitting my downtime thing? Like, it was nice. I really appreciate you making space for that. I hope that's a thing we do on a routine basis. Quite liked the Elliot Kernock conversation. That was wild. And star to Stephen for just Rook's approach to the world. It's very fun to watch because I've seen you play very sneaky characters, and Rook is just straight ahead, just like a bull, and every shop is a china shop for Rook. It's great. And Kai, it was fun to have a scene with Winger to see play out their vibe. I got a better handle on them. They're not just the person that calls my beautiful speeder a truck. They're even more. So I don't like
They're
that.
even worse.
Lots of stars. I enjoyed this session. Wishes. This is a hard wish, and it also sometimes granting it consistently can produce problems of its own. But one and done missions, like a mission that can be contained within a session with some downtime on either side of it, is a thing I'd like to see in future. Now, also, saying that they aren't just bottle episodes, right? That don't matter. But I like when we can get a mission done, and then we have either downtime lead up or downtime after. That's always nice, and I feel like we hit that pretty consistently in the past. So just a wish to see that again. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't want to overwish. I'm overall happy. So why just build up a bunch of wishes?
Cool. Thank you. So I'm trying to go backwards here. So it's Steven.
I can't think of any wishes right at the moment. I thought we might be, to go back to Rich's comment about being able to get a full set, get a full thing. Of course, we didn't play a full session. We chit chatted for a while and everything, but it seemed like we were really close with this one. We could be really close with this one simply because of the good engagement roll. It seemed like that helped us get a head start. As far as stars, I really liked all the little pocket scenes that people came up with, and kind of, this is what I wanted to do, and the interaction with the Leppy and Kernock and all that kind of stuff that helped, drive character development and, got us a better picture of where everybody was. And I like this setup where you asked, what was something cool that you did to get past that first obstacle, because that means that we all got a chance to do something cool that our character could do that was cool. So it helped, and we didn't have to worry about blowing a roll or anything like that. It was like, this is just what we do, and that was good to see. It was a good, again, character development thing.
Yeah, like I mentioned, that's something I picked up from the I think Mark, was it you that mentioned that? No, or was it Lowell?
I think it was
I don't-
Lowell on that hard
Yeah.
move, hard
Yeah,
move
yeah,
yeah, that was-
thing. He mentioned it, but I'm sure Mark's probably talked about that stuff too. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Who knows? It all runs
Yeah,
together.
it's one of those things that's, oh yeah, obviously we should be doing that because it's yeah. Steven, did you want to add something more, or were you done?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Cool, thank you. Mark.
Yeah. Say a lot of repeats. Like all the little personal scenes. Getting Kernock on screen is always gonna be fun. Interested to see what happens with that. We've got a droid that Elliot might be interested in taking the restraining bolt off. We'll see what happens there. I don't know if that's a wish or a star, but yeah. Yeah, just having a good time doing the. I think it's pretty straightforward mission. I'm curious to see if there are more snags there, and yeah, Wish is just probably not in his job, but shoot someone sometime soon.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I'll step back and I'll add a wish, which is, hey, I want to see you take that restraining bolt off and maybe recruit this droid as a spy for us in this enclave.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I started having ideas about like this guy is having somebody come in to repair and says this is not how long it normally takes to repair. And I'm like, are you a droid
What does
abuser?
he? Yeah. What does he do to that droid?
So I had all this little mission going on inside of my head. So, but yeah, no, a spy would be great. We could do more jobs here, just sell info, make money on the side.
Very cool. Mark, did you want to add something more,
I
or
think that's it. Yeah.
cool? Kai.
Well, the scene with Karnak and Elliot was just amazing. Is what I'm sure I'll be saying after I watch it. I really liked where Casey was like, but what an amazing last few minutes or whatever he was saying in regards to Karnak, and I thought that was pretty fun. And thank you for bringing in Ignix, her. I like how Rook was just like, yeah, I'm just mouthing off, like with that implied, like, you gonna do anything about it? That was amazing. And as a wish, I think I need a scene with Elliot, and like I need that, compound scene from The Mandalorian. I want to see some assassinating, where you're gonna find Grogu before that Mandalorian does, but also I just love the idea of just some guy being like, oh, there's a repair truck, Peter, and he's like, you come fix this. That's like, that's great. That's exactly who should be living here. So I just had an amazing time. I wish I could have been here the entire time. Wishes. More of the same. More of the same.
Cool. Thank you. There is a little bit of a challenge in getting into violence with the kind of crew you have, because you're kind of set up to be stealthy and not draw attention to yourself. But I will try to get something where you actually get to do that. That will probably not be a job that's as favorable to you, but that could be fun in itself. I mean, you're rolling so well on your engagement rolls here.
Well, if we did one of those things where like we had to take on a job or lose rep or whatever it is, like from the heat or something like that, that could be a job that's just like not going to happen without some shooting.
Yeah,
And it could just be like something goes wrong, and even though the job is not supposed to be.
Or we could trade position for effect a little bit more and shove our own selves into desperate situations.
Yeah, I just from my like, and it's now I'm getting into the weeds a little bit. but I feel like we kind of need to establish the baseline, like these are your typical missions. I don't mean that we're going to do these missions for like 3-4 more in a row, but like a couple of missions that show that, yeah, this is your standard sort of thing that you do, then we can deviate from that, if that makes sense. Yeah, stars from me. I also loved all the little scenes. It's really fun to revisit characters like Kernok in a different context and with different relationships, and Mola as well. Just because we as players have that history that the characters don't have, so that's super fun. I really appreciate that you bring in that you focus on the personal relationships and bring those up. It's really rewarding for me, both just to see you play things out and engage with the characters, but also when I get to take part in that and connect with that. I guess it makes me feel that you are interested in connecting with the setting, and that's rewarding as a GM. Cool. Yeah, that's it from me. So yeah, I think we're done for today.
Cool.
Except the thing that I'm going to mention after we turn off the camera.
Which I can do right now.
Yeah. Bye.